This episode of Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code SOUTHGATE to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
What about our Quasar podcast, The Quantum Zone?
What about our Quasar podcast?
Sounded like I jumped through the microphone at you when I said that.
Bonded to the energy transforming quantum bands that are both weapons and symbols of escape, but an ongoing battle to defend all life in the universe, cosmic as Quasar. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Zone. Sorry about that. The Stranger's Laboratory subjects are getting rowdy back here. Got Master of the Quantum Zone, Will.
Hey, everyone.
And that man with the skull on his head is not Death's head, but...
No. This is Matt. I have a skull in my head and on my head. A Punisher hat. Wearing just for the show. Christmas gift. Oh,
yeah. Ooh. The wearing the warm and balmy Boston winter.
Yes. Yeah. January to misery.
I'm not going to argue with that.
I must say, I always know this show is popular because we get more feedback than like any other show on Capes and Lunatics. But just with the hosts, even like during the weekend on like Super Connectivity and our Capes and Lunatics holiday show, Charlie Esser was he listened to our last Quantumous episode and was like, I don't know, obsessed with like the prisoners listening to podcasts in jail and stuff.
You know what? I saw some chatter on the internet about some of the shows doing a special Patreon episode. Maybe we could do that, and I'll read some of the best jail letters.
Nice. Yeah. Get your ideas stoked, because I know this weekend Lilith Hellfire and I are going to talk about what we can do for Patreon.
Yeah, straight from the vault. Yeah.
Remember, ask not what we can do for you, ask what you can do for our Patreon people.
Yes.
And speaking of Lilith, do you know what one of her favorite drops is? Well, it used to be Will's.
Oh. What about our Quasar podcast?
But you know what she asks for every time now, almost?
Tentacles?
Sparkly quantum.
Yes.
Tentacles?
Nice.
That's tentacles are popular on the internet.
The perfect tentacles. But I'm glad that bit stuck.
His low-hanging tentacles. All right. I was trying to think. I don't think there's much in the way of news.
Next week, Captain Marvel.
Oh, yes, that's right. Join us on Capes and Lunatics. You can watch live on YouTube Thursday, January 10th. We'll be talking to Kelly Thompson the day after her Captain Marvel #1 hits. So
cool.
Go out to the store, buy it, and then you can send in your questions. Not only will we be talking Carol Danvers, but we'll be talking to the current writer of Carol Danvers.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. I'll have to confirm, and hopefully she can still make it, or otherwise, Kona's going to have to do an impression or something.
The press junket is tough, so we're just going to find other interviews of her and cut it together and ask her. Variations on the same question, sometimes not the same question at all. We'll tune in to find out.
Yes, I love the Quantum Zone. All right, well, let's jump into this. Journey in the...
Yeah, should we do a wrap-up previously on Journey into History?
Previously, yes. Squadron Supreme came to Earth.
Overmind woke up.
Yeah, Quasar has a stinky HMO because no doctors returned his calls.
That's right.
The previous episode had a lot of split-ups. You saw where all the characters are going, and we're kind of setting the stage. Now we're seeing what's above it all in this one.
Yep. Yeah. This is where it really, really kicks into high gear. All the Watcher stuff.
Yes.
It's awesome.
Journey in the Mystery Part 3, featuring the cover we saw in that advertisement from the Avengers issue.
Yep, right there. In the trade paperback.
Yep.
Which you should all buy.
And it even has that, just plain black black print on the cover. I don't know if that, does it look kind of too plain.
I don't know, maybe.
Almost looks like, just like a printer or would that be a typewriter back in the day?
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of if this was a paperback novel or something. It would have a little blurb about it on the front.
Yeah, but I love all the names still have the TM trademark next to them though.
Yeah.
Still
Overmind, Stranger, Quasar.
Because it says, and I quote, the Overmind trademark has possessed the Squadron Supreme trademark. The Stranger trademark. Laboratory subjects have escaped, and the Watchers trademark. Are dying. Mom said there'd be days like this.
Yeah.
In the trade, I love they include the black and white original art version of that cover, which is pretty awesome.
Nice.
I also like this because this is Mom said there'd be days like this. And then on the very famous Quasar pregnant issue, it says something along those lines, like, Mama didn't say there'd be days like this.
You mean single pregnant father Wendell Vaughn, who angered Dan Quayle.
Yeah.
We're old people. Sorry. Google that joke if you want to know. All right.
That's a Murphy Brown.
Dan Quayle hates a spelling bee. Does not like the spelling bee.
Yeah, I know. All right, so
the pregnant cover says, "Mama never said there'd be days like this." Page number 29.
Yes.
So 14 issues later, Mom's even wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. When we get to her.
Her.
Madam Warlock.
Aisha, Kismet. I mean, how many different names does she have?
Did you say Aisha?
I think it's Aisha, isn't it? I think that's what they called her when she came back in Fantastic Four by Chris Claremont.
Yeah.
I'm still Aisha from the block. Well, they give you kind of a little recap on the first page.
Yeah.
Death Watch.
Yeah.
Not the good. What was that? Was that a Ghost Rider character? No, it's not that.
It's probably an Image character. So.
True. Chorus written by Grunwald. Penciler Mike Manley. Inker Dan Panosian. Janice Chiang letterer. Paul Becton colorist. Len Kaminsky managing editor. Howard Mackey editor. Tom DeFalco editor prime.
Which leads us into Ego Prime.
Yeah, I know. I know it's an Ego Prime joke, but I'm just thinking all three editors, and like the top one is Editor Prime. I'm just waiting for him to yell something like
nice.
Because I think I made that joke on Capes of Lunatics. I'm like, yeah, we're talking about Amazon. I was like, yeah, my favorite Transformers, Amazon Prime.
Nice.
He always delivers.
Always.
All right. So the wrap up to our wrap up. First page. Halfway across the Milky Way galaxy is the laboratory world of an ancient extraterrestrial biologist. His name has long since been lost to antiquity. He is now known only as the Stranger. His world is a mosaic of impenetrable, self-contained environments designed to contain and challenge his specimens. His test subjects are the oddities of the universe, the mutates and singletons of over 1,000 different species. One such specimen is the gargantuan Ego Prime, who at this moment is attempting to eat the first entity to ever breach his personal habitat, the Earthborn Cosmic Avenger Quasar. So, I mean, Quasar can't take all the credit for breaching that habitat, because remember, he got smacked there by Chakar.
That's right.
I mean, if the kid hits a baseball over your fence, you're going to eat it?
Yeah. If you're Ego Prime, yes.
No wonder people won't come to visit. So, Quasar's thinking as he's trying to hold Ego Prime's jaw open. Whoever this Ego Prime is, he got one heck of a bite. The biospheric energy he's tapped into is phenomenal. And then we see a clump as the teeth close, and you see pieces of cape. And then ulp. So did he swallow him, or is he trying to swallow him?
I think so.
And then Quasar comes flying out, performing some dental surgery with a strap.
Yeah. Some of those teeth look like they could be word bubbles, you know? Like, what's he thinking there? Like, they're just real small ones, but possible. Create your own word bubble.
And that's when Ego starts shooting at him from his hand, saying, You dust moat. I am Ego Prime, only begotten son of Ego the living planet. How dare you damage my corporeal form? Quasar, how dare you mistake me for lunch meat?
Yeah, but what is a dust moat? Is that like...
I guess is this like a piece of dust or something?
A little tiny, moat.
Wouldn't it be a mite, or is moat smaller than mite? Is that like a moose meats thing? What's going on?
I don't know.
It's not like a body of water surrounding a one speck of dust.
Yeah, a moat.
Isn't that what Ego Prime standing in looks like?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
How dare this moat come from my moat? And emote from my mouth.
Shooting fire from his hands and jumping in the air is his favorite mode of transportation. Look at the couple of panels ahead.
And he sees Quasar flying up. He says, "What is this? My bioblast failed to hit their target, but they seem to pass through the atmospheric barrier. Can this be? I must know." And he's using his blast to fly into the air. "Too long have I been denied. Too long have I been deprived of the sustenance of my host father." Whoosh. And then Quasar looks up and says, "Hey, what? Mr. Dreadlock seems to have forgotten all about me. Not that I'm complaining." And then something else reaches for him. He goes, "Whoa, that island he was standing on seems to be alive." Which I believe, isn't that Krakatoa?
I think so.
From the
Giant Size X-Men #1.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Which they flung into space. So, I wonder who caught it once it went into space.
Strangers out here. Keep sending them.
I told you, man. Anything leaves the surface of the earth, man. It just seems like the strangers just like.
Yeah, but we saw that monster in an earlier Quasar episode that peeked in on the Watcher, right? Like the Watcher was watching TV and.
Oh yeah, because he was. Because wasn't he watching X-Men #9 or #9? And yeah. That's right. That was an alternate reality version of the Krakatoa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But man, I swear the stranger's like a one of those garbage pickers, man. He says like one man's trash, another man's treasure.
He probably has a little hut right next to the Watcher on the moon. Oh, here comes another one.
You should see all of his Funko Pops. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Forget that. You should see his what is it? He either has a show on MTV or HD TV, like Pimp My Freak or Better Homes and So once Quasar dodges Krakatoa, he says, "Ego Prime's flown the coop." He says, "Hey, he's not the only one. I see at least a dozen energy trails streaking skyward. What's going on here? A mass exodus? Nobody I know." As he makes a quantum telescope and he's looking.
I like this. He makes the quantum lenses too.
I guess.
I like that.
But we see the ethicals that we saw last episode, and what were those pair? Was it
Alpha and some Future Prime or whatever his name was.
And Jack of Hearts, who we'll see again.
Yeah.
Coming issues, and
the Futurist.
Yes, Alpha and the Futurist. Yeah, but Jack of Hearts, who we'll see again, and some little character no one's probably heard of, Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, I don't know. He's really obscure.
Yeah, no. never appears in comic books or movies or nothing. No.
Yeah,
cartoon.
He was the subject of a Beatles song. Is that the one?
Yeah.
I also like that the Ethicals are like an amazing trapeze group. In this, they're all hand locking. And
the Flying Ethicals.
And also, you see the Jack of Hearts drawn very small. Not a big fan of comic book artists to draw Jack of Hearts. It was a very complicated
costume. Yeah.
So I think maybe they could have went bigger panels for this. But let's just make it all small. He's a pain.
Well, it's Jack of Hearts, not King of Hearts.
Yeah.
And Quasar's thinking, in particular, I don't see the X Squadron Supreme, the guys whose kidnapping brought me to this crazy planet in the first place. Wonder if my traveling companions Makari and Hyperion had any better luck than I did. Can't see their signal beacons anywhere. I think this calls for a change of scene. Elsewhere on the planetoid.
Meanwhile,
we see the glowing balls of light above Makari. The speedster is down, fellow Tricon, as is the force barrier containing us. Come, the universe awaits. And still elsewhere, it seems the power elites have grown tired, or maybe they hurt their hands punching Hyperion. Because they're still speaking their alien speak, and he's thinking, don't know what they're chattering about so excitedly, but at least they stop pummeling me long enough to catch my breath.
I mean, I can explain what they're saying. They're saying 5 graffiti C L/7 lightning bolt upside down question mark, and that's it's pretty much clearly stated right there.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
And then, each one at Makari and Hyperion were only one panel apiece. So, and at the planet's nerve center, the Overmind and the Hypnotized Squadron Supreme. I've deactivated every one of this world's environmental barriers. Now all of my ancient enemies' experiments lie in ruin, and his test subjects all go free. I have mentally commanded a battalion of the most powerful of these subjects to come unto me. They will join as my elite strike force. Squadron, I want you to locate some of these denizens and assist them in finding my abode. And I guess Dr. Spectrum must have come over. He goes, yes, Spectrum. He goes, I know what might help them find this place, Overmind. Yes, proceed. And Quasar, a short time later, flying past, says, hey, what the heck's that? A big floating gold arrow?
That'll work. It's not subtle.
Yeah, I know.
Got some sort of Game Genie cheat code going there. What's happening?
Yeah.
Up, down, down. Left, right. A, B, start. Only on this planet, nothing surprises me anymore. Yeah, because even look, the next page, Honey Nut Cheerios and the Honey Nut Cheerios bee. I didn't know he was stuck on the Stranger's World.
Side note, yeah. Wouldn't it be great if there was a Quasar Nintendo game? That was pretty good to do, man. Space with the Silver Surfer one. Yeah.
All
right.
Yeah, that'd be pretty awesome.
They had a Silver Surfer game. He should have been a cameo or something.
Yeah. I saw someone playing that the other day. I was at this very interesting cable access show you can look up, and during the whole show, there was someone just playing a video game as they just check in with them from time to time, and he was playing the Silver Surfer Nintendo game. It was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Wow. I hear it was a hard game. I think I might have played it. I might have rented it, but never.
That's what we should do for an episode, because Quasar's in Marvel Lego Superheroes, or even
that's awesome. Yep.
Marvel Boys, the Uranians, and Lego Marvel Superheroes too. We should be like, what can we have them do? Hey, let's fun.
I got one of those games. I got to double check. Hopefully, I got one of them.
I think we have both. I think we have the first one for PlayStation 3 and the second one on my son's Nintendo Switch. So.
Yeah, his was Marvel Legos The Avengers, I think, is the one where Quasar shows up.
It might be just Lego Marvel Superheroes. I have to look. But yeah.
I'll do the research.
I do know he's in one of them. Alright, so I guess Quasar's analyzing the giant glowing arrow. Let me analyze this thing and see he's like, Dr. Spectrum's energy signature. Don't know who these arrows are intended for, but with any luck, they'll lead me to the Spectrum and the X Squadron. And soon, crashing through the roof, Quasar crashes in. Who's this? He seems to speak English, and Overmind, you, the man from Earth. Quasar, sorry to barge in like this, sir, but I'm looking for some friends of mine. And Overmind sends a mental blast at Quasar, thinking, I was unable to mentally dominate him last time.
Editor's note.
Yeah.
That would be back in issue 13.
2 episodes ago.
2 episodes ago, yeah.
The beginning of the month. But perhaps here, point blank range, and Quasar's like, look, I'm immune to mental takeover, and I resent anybody who tries it, so cool it with that crud. Now! Sir. Overmind, very well, then there is something I want you to do for me of your own volition. And Quasar, yeah, right. How about an introduction first, Whiskers? I am the Overmind, sole survivor of the Eternals of Eung?
I think so, yeah.
Eyoung. The greatest civilization this universe has yet to see. How are they so great if no one knows of them?
Yeah.
I'm this famous guy you never heard of. I asked your name, not your biography. He says, you're an
Impertinent
whelp. Is very like, impertinent whelp. Quasar. Quasar.
That's a pretty good zing for Quasar. He doesn't really get to throw those out that much. Usually the one that's getting clowned on. People are like, who are you, Nova? No.
Wish I could make my mind proof. See, he did scan his mind because he's like, I wish I could make my mind proof against scanning too, because he should have been like, you're an impotent whelp, Nova. Quasar could have been like, come on, you know my name, you read my mind, come on, you read my mind.
So he can't be mind controlled, but they can read his mind. So
yes.
You can browse, but you can't buy.
He can't make him do anything against his will, but he can be like, I see your love for secretaries is quite strong. So Overmind says, now then, I wish for you to leave this world, find the stranger and bring him here. And Quasar, what do I look like, your errand boy? If you do not, the squadron will suffer instantaneous brain death. And yeah, okay, kill your army, okay.
Yeah.
So this guy kidnapped the squadron, and here I thought it was the stranger. And Quasar, what's your beef with him? We are ancestral enemies. That's all you need to know. Now go. Okay, I'll see what I can do. Oh, and he's thinking, that psionic psycho knows I won't risk the squadron's deaths. Do not fail me, whelp.
Whelp.
And Quasar is
It's not a word we get to use, in everyday, whelp. You
Whelp.
impudent whelp.
That's like, yeah, that's like villain speak, because like they just came out with they restarted the Superior Spider-Man series again. Issue 1 came out last week, and like every 2 seconds he's going, the die is cast.
Yeah, I only say whelp when it's not in the right content, but if I did something wrong and then it gets pointed out to me, so you're right. I messed up.
Well, sorry.
Well.
I'm gonna get out of here now.
I was gonna say if he had like bad Mexican food or something, he'd be like, well.
Yeah, maybe.
So Quasar's flying off. He says, I wonder if he intends to duke it out with the stranger. His funeral. Then he goes, making a collect call. He's like, Quasar to Eon. I need some info. The stranger's not at his home base. I need to find him. Can you help? Because Eon says, yes, here are his present galactic coordinates. He goes, that was quick. Information pertaining to Cosmos class entities is more readily discernible to me than certain other kinds. It's like, if you say so, talk to you later. Got a quantum jump.
I'm going through a tunnel, Eon. I'm not going to be able to hear you. So. Just going to hang up now. I'll call you later.
No signal. Call you back. Got a quantum jump. And then an indeterminable interval later. Been a long day. Okay. An indeterminable interval later. I should have overshot the coordinates Eon gave me by a few more kilometers. I've emerged from the quantum zone. Hey, quantum zone.
Yeah.
Right inside what I presume is the stranger's ship.
Crunch.
As part of it, he appears and implodes on him. Gravitational effects of a warpole so close to this much matter, wrecking havoc, imploding toward me. Well, at least he has a shield up. I guess if I ever needed a reminder why I can't pull this stunt in planetary atmospheres, this will do. Or Or throw a bubble up first.
We'll get there, man. We'll get there.
Yeah, Infinity War, I think.
Yeah.
I'm okay inside my energy cocoon, of course, but this ship is another matter. Hope I didn't wreck anything vital. Thank my lucky stars, nothing alive happened to be anywhere near. Oh, yeah. This doesn't make my task any easier. I can see myself saying to the stranger, "Hi, I'm the guy who wrecked your ship. Mind taking a trip with me?" Be that as it may, I've got to find the stranger as you make 2 quantum fists to I guess peel all the metal off him. Wow, how big is this ship anyway? No wonder I accidentally materialized inside it. I've been on planets smaller than this. Wish Eon could send me I've been on planets small.
Titan?
Sorry. No, is the stranger ship bigger than your anus?
That never gets old, does it?
Nope. Uranus is eternally young. I'm just waiting for him to say, "Yeah, the stranger ship is even bigger than my Avengers buddies told me
because they didn't take me
when they didn't bring me." Wish Eon could send me the stranger's energy signature. This may take days to find it. It may take days to find him. And he goes, "Wait a minute. I'm picking up something highly energetic." Then he sees a big, looks like a big head made out of energy. Whoa, that's the stranger? I had the impression he had a solid body. Wait, something's happening. The energy is converting to matter. Holy, his isn't the only body solidifying. Who in blazes is he carrying? And he's taking it to the next chamber. And he's like, "My God, those are Watchers." 9 of them lying there, still as death. And he yells, "Stranger!" Stranger goes, "Eh? An intruder? Not just any intruder, pal. And Stranger says, "I know who you are. You are Eon's lackey." Ooh.
A whelp and a lackey. That's nice.
Quite the day he's having.
Yeah.
At least he's not a moat.
Oh, you've been called that too, yeah. You know who that never happens to? Captain Planet, who's on the page previous to this. Check your local listings.
Heart, moat, air.
Lackey! Stranger says, "I also know what you think, that I had something to do with the deaths of these beings." And Quasar, "Didn't you?" Stranger, "No, I found them this way. I was engaged in my usual specimen gathering expedition when I happened upon the first dead Watcher. I could not determine the cause of his death, so I decided to take him to the next sector's Watcher to ask him for assistance. He was dead too, as was the next one, and the one after that. 10 so far. I've been gathering them. I suspect there are many others. Why are you here, Stripling?" Ooh.
Because of the headband? Is it because of the headband?
Just wait a couple issues. You won't be able to call my headband that anymore.
Yeah.
Also, do you think that after he found the second dead Watcher and he was on his way to the next sector, he thought, what if there's another dead Watcher in the next one? And what if there's... Hello. There we go.
What if indeed?
Maybe
I'm
there's
sorry, I
another
should
one.
be joking about 10 dead Watchers. I'm a big fan.
You hear the music? But no, that's what I was wanting to talk to you guys about the one day. At the end of when we get to issue 18, I know it'll be a while, but after all those Avengers issues, but should we have a funeral for the headband?
Oh, okay, yeah, we should do that.
Because is that the issue where the costume changes? Yeah.
Yeah. I'll wear my headband and then I'll hang it from the rafters. I have to get some rafters put in first, but...
All right, and Will can write the eulogy for the headband.
Ceremonial burial of the headband. Yes, that sounds like a good idea.
Yes. All right, let's get back to the stranger and this stripling. So Quayle says, "Oh, I'm supposed to fetch you back to your lab world, or else the Overmind will kill some friends of mine." Stranger, "The Overmind? I thought I was rid of him. It is of little consequence. What piques my scientific curiosity now is the mystery at hand. I intend to pursue it to its resolution. Now be gone. And Quasar, wow, I can't blame him for deeming the deaths of these Watchers more important than a reunion with the Overmind, but look, if I have to help you solve this mystery, then will you? He says, I do not need your help. Be gone, I said. And Quasar, Eon, this is Quasar. I need to know the locations of all Watchers within 1,000 light years of the last galactic coordinates you gave me. Eon, I can give you 3 such locations. Quasar, say, did you know that a bunch of Watchers have recently died? Eon, yes. Well, why didn't you tell me? Isn't protecting advanced life forms part of my job? Eon, not yet. Oh, but you expect me to protect you, Eon? Incidentally, there are 2 Watchers at one of those locations. Really? Alright, before we get to the next page, would this have been an awkward, or would this have been the moment to say, well, if you're worried about dead Watchers, I have something to tell you about your dad?
Yeah. Now's not the time.
I don't know. Yeah.
If that's
he obviously understands death, right? I mean, he understands life and death. He has to be kept alive, and the universe is protected. But he's just like, well, his heart has stopped working. But
ever since your father passed away, he has not visited me anymore.
What?
He doesn't like to drink a beer and trade stories anymore. Just he's been laying on his floor for weeks now.
Yeah. I think he's sad.
Alright, so Quasar says, really? Then he says, not sure how often Watchers get together to compare notes. Might be worth checking out first. And then a quantum jump and a short flight later, Quasar sees 2 Watchers, one sitting in a chair and one standing next to him. And the one's saying something, because Quasar says, there they are. Wonder what the story is. What's the story here? The seated one looks kind of depressed. The other looks like he's communicating, but it's not by speaking. Wonder when or if they're going to acknowledge me. Then the one looks and say, Quasar's like, thinks, and the one translated from the Watcher's language. It is as I said, Ualu, in observing we are observed. This energy manipulating entity is unfamiliar to me. And the other one says, you consider further what I have said. I will deal with the unwelcome intruder as he grows in size. Going from a small Watcher to a Jack Kirby Watcher.
Yeah, big, beefy Watcher, yeah.
Yeah. There's Grunwald saying, see, look, Watchers can change their appearance. That's not artist.
Yeah, I like that, because that always kind of bugged me out, because I grew up with the skinny, big head Watcher. Mm-hmm. The older issues, you're like, oh man, did he get sick? What happened?
Yeah.
Atkins diet, that was a craze.
A Watcher craze, yeah.
Yeah. They saw it way before we did.
Well, if you can watch anything in the universe, I mean, it's like late 80s. Are they watching Richard Simmons or something?
Maybe.
Steal a meal. And then Watcher in the chair saying, have a care, Otmu, you would not want to violate the oath. And the other one saying, I'm hoping that my assumption of a more formidable aspect will persuade the entity to retreat. Unfortunately, Ualu, the oath permits us to take minimal necessary actions to ensure our privacy. As Quasar saying, hello Watchers, my name's Quasar. I'm from a planet at the rim of the galaxy called Earth. I'm the cosmic troubleshooter for an ancient being named Eon. Perhaps you've heard of him. And he's thinking these guys don't look too impressed. Anyway, the reason I'm here, and the other Watcher says, he's talking about they can take minimal action. And he says, like so. And Quasar's going, is to investigate the deaths of And the Watcher says, it is done, as he zaps Quasar away.
I like the
Yeah. But then he just looks startled as Quasar quantum jumps back with a whoop. Nothing doesn't seem to do any damage to the surrounding. Maybe because it's a Watcher's.
Yeah, maybe.
He says, "Now that wasn't very nice. I'm trying to have a conversation and you zap me away. Do it again and I'll just jump right back." He says, "So how about just cooling it and talk for a minute? I've learned that at least 10 of your number have died recently. I was wondering if you knew anything about it. And the other one looks like he's yelling because you get big words. The affairs of the Watchers have nothing to do with you. Go at once. It's like, sorry, but I'm making it my concern. And then the other one of the best lines, he's just like, do not watch this, my brother.
Awesome.
In their little, like, little telepathy or whatever.
Watch your language.
Do not watch this, my brother.
That goes against their whole training. Come on.
What'd you say?
That goes against all of their training. Do not watch this. Come on.
Uh-oh. He goes, the chubby one looks like he's got something on his mind other than watching. Boy, Merrick was on a telepath. He'd be like, chubby one, I will show you.
Oh, muscle.
I will show you like Orca did. He can't really mean to confront me physically, can he? I'd heard these Watchers were under some kind of oath of non-interference. My quantum band sends a phenomenal energy buildup. This guy's power level is way off the scale. I've yet to encounter anyone this powerful. Better be ready for anything. And then I just see the Watcher
smacks him.
Right. Boom. And Quayle just goes flying. He goes, my God. Again, out a wall. Someone hits him. He goes flying through a wall outside. Ouch. As he lands with a boom. He is thinking, had my eyes wide open and still never saw it coming. Well, Mr. Oath of Non-Interference, you've gone and gotten me mad. Don't know if anyone's ever beaten a Watcher before, but by Eon, I'm going to give it one heck of a try.
Yes! We get this panel right here.
I'm not mad as heck anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, as he comes flying in and he smacks the Watcher in the head with a black. He's like, payback time, you hypocritical hot air balloon. Is that another fat joke?
I don't know.
As he hits the Watcher, and the Watcher goes,
He's full of hot air. He doesn't have to, it's not really a fat joke, you know.
because he inflated. Okay.
Yeah.
And the Watcher falls down with a wha-boom. He's like, all right, knocked him off his pins with my energy augmented punch. He's like, huh, now what happened? Because the guy takes off and like an energy. He suddenly burst into a pulse of energy. And again, the Watcher who takes off is talking to the other one in their little telepathic speak. He's like, Otmu, the oath, the oath. Oh, no, is that the one standing? He goes, Otmu, the oath, the oath.
Oh, and Otmu?
Yes.
That is a nod to the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. He's basically named after the handbook, which is awesome. That's a Grunwald thing.
Wow. Nice. Never knew it. That's awesome.
OTMU, Charlie Esser. I know you're listening to this official handbook. The Watcher who's this energy right now smacks into Quasar's field. Yeah! Phased right through me, energy shield and all. Feels like I'm going to pass out. And Quasar's like, gotta hang on, lock my bands onto his energy signature. Think I got it. Yeah. Turn up the gain, Watcher baby. I'm shutting you down. Then he thinks he's rematerialized. Good. And he hits him with a boxing
glove, which is awesome.
The school of Hal Jordan.
That's right.
With a bamp. Okay, Watcher, if I've managed to convince you that I can give as good as I get, how about if we dispense with the rough stuff and talk like a 1 or 2 in the first place? But just then, now that the rough stuff's out of the way, here comes the stranger.
Yeah.
The Watcher's saying, no, talk. You would not understand. And as Quasar's saying, another energy signature. And the stranger, Quasar, you attacked this Watcher? No, defended myself. And Quasar is thinking, the stranger, he must have followed me here somehow. As he said, they were being attacked, and the stranger says, a renegade Watcher, I haven't encountered one in ages. Careful, Earthman, renegades are capable of anything. He must be neutralized at once. And Quasar says, I'll do what I can as they both start blasting this Watcher. And the Watcher's thinking, I could repulse one of them, but not 2. I am undone. The stranger will break my mind, rob me of my resolve as he's getting blasted. No choice. I must renounce my watch as he keels over with a ooh. Just a ooh. And Quasar, holy Shinola. He just collapsed. That's right, people. The Shinolas hit the fan.
That's right.
He just collapsed. Did we kill him? And the other Watcher saying, no, he killed himself. Otmu came here to tell me about the latest philosophical revolution among our kind, the doctrine of ultimate non-interference. Our race's oath is to never interfere with what we observe in order to keep our observations pure. But Otmu reasoned that the very act of observation alters that which we observe. Ergo, the only way to not interfere is to not observe, and the only way to not observe is to not exist. So far, 10 billion of us have embraced Otmu's doctrine and have willed themselves unalive.
Yikes, that is dark.
Remember that number.
Only 10 billion, yeah.
Unalive.
Number 5, unalive. Now
I really want to build into a Pearl Jam cover song. Oh, Otmu's unalive. Oh, But I'm not going to do it.
Okay.
Smell like stranger spirit.
Yeah.
Well, of course I did. Otmu's unalive, you said.
That's right, people. Not only stand up, you can rent him for your bar mitzvahs.
I love to sing.
Weddings,
any solo singing occasions.
graduation parties.
You want an unaccompanied singer to tell some songs?
Valentine's Day will be coming up next month.
Yeah.
Would you like a singer to serenade your sweetie?
Yeah. I can only do lunch things. I have a dinner planned, but yeah, I'll be your Valentine's Day singing telegram. You know something? And I'm just another side note. Sorry, we keep getting distracted, but
That's all
I'm it's maybe we'll do it if we ever do a Patreon episode at the end. But I was reading Marvel Christmas issues in the lead up to December, and I know I couldn't be a part of the Capes and Lunatics holiday show, but there was a couple of lyrics for Christmas favorites that were rewritten to be Marvelized, and I was thinking about singing one and submitting it, but I just didn't have the time to record it. So.
Anytime, my friend. Anytime. Doesn't have to be Christmas.
All right. Back to it. Yeah.
Back to it, as the Watcher says, no, so is Otmu and Quasar. Wow, looks like the mystery solved, stranger. Can we go? No, he just says, looks like the mystery solved, stranger, and stranger indeed. So how about accompanying me back to your lab world, please? Very well. And then utilize...
That's not very sympathetic, by the way. I just found out about 10 million dead Watchers.
10 billion.
10 billion. Yeah, but let's go back to the lab. Let's go back to lab world.
And utilizing their own methods of interstellar travel, the reluctant allies materialize on the stranger's homeworld. And Quasar, things have been happening so fast. Haven't had a chance to really sink in. Did I really go toe-to-toe with a Watcher?
Yes, indeed. That's awesome.
That's right. Oh, wait till
More like
next.
the chin with a Watcher.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then the stranger's thinking, they get there and the stranger's thinking, something is amiss. The barriers, did he know the barriers were down? Didn't his ship send him that text?
I thought it did, yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, something is amiss. The barriers are, and Quasar, stranger. He walks straight into my trap. The stranger is mine.
Perfect.
Mysterious eyes. That's all you see. The eyes and the bridge of the nose.
Yeah.
But that's only the first, because meanwhile, on last 3 panels, meanwhile on Earth, Quasar's business associates at Vaughn Security Systems cope with his absence. I hate it. The nerve of that woman proclaiming thus that she's going to use the boss's office and then locking the door. Ken, I keep telling you, Kayla, the more outrageous Miss Steckley acts, the greater the chance she'll be fired. Kayla, I hope you're right. Beyond the locked door. My foolhardy coworkers think my bid for Vaughn's inner office has to do with workspace. No, it's the space behind this bookcase that interests me. As she opens the bookcase and walks in and says, "Hello, Eon. You have a visitor." And for those of you who've never read these issues, I'm like Charlie Esser. This Miss Steckley is a character known to Marvel Comics.
Yes, indeed.
Next issue, the double length conclusion, the journey into mystery, and January into mystery.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even on the letters page, we get next issue, the one you've been waiting for, Overmind.
Trademark.
Not here.
Oh, it's Trademarked.
The Stranger. More Watchers. The X Squadron. A veritable horde of frenzied lab subjects, including some you've not yet seen. This is the
More
biggest one.
characters, finally.
This is the biggest one yet. Quasar.
Nice. Yeah, 16 is an awesome issue.
Oh yeah, so double-sized issue, probably double-sized episode.
Probably.
Yeah. This episode is going to be on 2 CDs.
Oh yeah, you know why? Because next episode will be 45.
Ooh.
I did 45, baby. Yeah.
Should be recorded on slow mode instead of it's 30.
If you play it backwards, it says Otmu is dead.
I love it.
Oh, I know what I wanted to tell you guys. Did you see a couple days ago when I sent you that link to the or was it RDIC Corporation?
Yeah, IDIC. Yeah.
IDIC. Yes. That one Wendell was making the security system for.
Yeah.
I guess Ken was there because they were like, I don't know.
Because Ken was in S.H.I.E.L.D. and then he was
Or at least,
stationed.
or at least some of the people in the company were like, trying to take over the world or something.
Mm-hmm.
They were like another Roxxon or something, or like a cross between like Roxxon and Hydra or something. Let's see if we can find the link. But yeah, I never knew that, and then I read that, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, a little backstory. Yeah, put that out on the social media for the people to check out. Yeah.
International Data Integration Control. Yeah, because I never knew that. I just read the issue, thought they just like Grunwald made it up, but of course it's Grunwald. He didn't
It's Grunwald, of course. Yeah, I mean he did. He used what he found, and he used it well.
IDIC began as International Data Integration Control, an international company that was actually a friend for Advanced Idea Mechanics.
AIM,
Yeah.
AIM, of course,
and whose goal was to control Earth's economy.
Figures. Trying to make that money. AIM became a business after they were a superhero faction, you know. Remember that.
Hey, and you know, you can't make all your bank on toothpaste, right?
True.
Where's
We're
that?
selling scopes. AIM, come on.
I know. Well, that's the thing. Well, in issue 9, they were making all that equipment. Remember that with the Modam issue, they were just like, get that Quasar, and then they never show up ever again.
Yeah.
The Quasar book, yeah.
I think they went straight. I think they just developed a chat program amongst America Online users, and they just left it at that. We're going to work on away messages now instead of lasers.
All the super
sharks with frickin' lasers
all the superheroes like, where can I find AIM?
on your computer.
Time machine. But where's that last part? Oh yeah, the faction eventually became International Data Integration and Control, then ultimately evolved to religious zealotry.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Tax break, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So, anything else, gentlemen?
Think we're good on this end. I'm looking forward to next issue.
I was going to say.
16.
I think we're good.
Yeah. I mean, at the beginning of the show, we mentioned a little bit about the possibility of a Patreon episode. If anyone has a suggestion for something, we will also take those. If you leave a comment or an iTunes review, let us know.
Yes, we're going to be brainstorming some Patreon, so if we can get this up and running. Yeah, send us your thoughts. What would you like to hear? We could do some uncensored episodes. Maybe you could find out what the naughty words anglers say.
Yeah, co-hosted by the Angler. I like that. Angler After Dark.
Angler After Dark.
Or we just discussed the first Marvel Hulk movie. We call it Angler on Angly.
They're gonna go like that USA Up All Night, like Angler Up All Night or something.
Oh yeah. Gilbert Gottfried co-hosted it. Julie Brown, I think. I watched that. Yeah. I'm gonna pitch some ideas, but I like this fun little side projects of the sidekicks possibilities. So off the air, I'll throw some stuff around it.
But just like Angler doing like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 thing or something, just be like, this is
garnish.
This just and sucks. All right.
So many triangles.
So yes. So send us your thoughts, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, facebook.com, Quantum Zone Pod, and remember, join our Facebook group. We'll give you some behind the scenes stuff at Quantum Zone Pod on Twitter and at CL Sidekicks, Instagram CL Sidekicks, and the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. All right. Oh yeah, didn't Matt? You said you had some prison letters you could read on a Patreon episode.
Yeah, we could maybe do that. Yeah,
those ones packed with parquet.
They're somewhere.
All right. Well, speaking of Matt, where can people send you letters and other embarrassing things?
I'll leave my home address out of it for now, but you can find me at my web address, facebook.com/MattKona standup. Also, Matt Kona, MattKona, on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that. I also do post a podcast called Yale and Matt Recap Stuff with my wife, Yael Gavish. You can check that out on iTunes, SoundCloud, and all that good stuff.
And pretty soon, once a month with me and Lilith on the Capes and Lunatics Book Club.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You think...
You gotta support this. We gotta talk books, so also leave suggestions for us for that. Yeah.
That's right. I mean, you think Oprah's book club's all that. Wait till we drop Matt Kona in there. Boom!
Oh, yeah. All of the books that we read will be taped to the bottom of a chair before we begin reading them. To tribute Oprah. Yeah.
You get a book! You get a book!
Everybody gets a book.
And that's it. Just three of you. Yeah.
And speaking of books of a graphic nature, Will, where can people find a certain book of yours?
They can find my self-published book, Diary of Night, at diaryofnight.com. They can find me at WALLRED on Twitter, Facebook, Gmail, blah, blah, blah. And, of course, you can always find me at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org, which is in serious need of an update. But I'm a slacker, so I'll get on it eventually.
Oh, look, he's shy. He turned his camera off. Oh, there he is. All right. All right, everyone. Join us next time. Quasar 16. The conclusion to January into Mystery.
48 pages, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, the Great Race. And then after that, Funeral for a Headband.
That's right.
Quasar,
number 16 coming up.
Quasar
right
gets
there.
a new suit for no reason in particular.
Or not.
He's always had that suit.
Yeah. That's right. What are you talking about? I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll pay off at the end of Cosmos. No.
This is the first recon, right?
Why, how many did he have?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. To say Eon will be back. Who knows? All right, Quantum Zoners, go home, get some sleep, and prepare for next episode. And remember, keep it quantum.